Hello, I am That Is Panda, and this is my Final Fantasy 9 Ironman run. I have played Final Fantasy 9 quite a lot over the last 23 years. I got the game when I was 9 years old, so I've been playing since I was 20 years old. And I wanted to make the game more challenging for myself. So I came up with Ironman set. So I've got 6 standard rules. So the first one, you cannot level past the next. So if first boss is Plant Brain is level 7, ideally you could be level 7. However, because the boss after that is level 2 and 3, because that's Waltz number 1 and Sea Lion, you can't go past level 3. Makes it more challenging. You are allowed to steal. You are allowed to buy from vendors because you're going to need to get the items you need. And sometimes you're not going to have the skill anyway, so buying items engine. A game over is resorted when the entire party is defeated in battle. And if you do get a game over, you reset the beginning or to a checkpoint. Into the next rule. Forced resting spots are checkpoints. So when you escape Evil Forest and you're forced to sleep for the night, that's a checkpoint. When you go to Dali Village and you rest in the inn, that's a checkpoint. Lindblum, checkpoint. And when you change discs, now if you're on PC like I'm playing right now, you don't really have this anymore. Same with the new versions. You don't really have the disc change screen anymore. But on what I've got, I get the splash screen still. So after beating Beatrix 1, you'll get the option to change your disc, but it's also a checkpoint. And the final rule is Phoenix Downs are allowed, and this is also because of Beatrix. Because Beatrix can one-shot you every turn that she felt like, at low levels. Not being able to survive against that without Phoenix Downs is really... So I'm allowing Phoenix Downs. Other than that, there's a few extra rules I can go through later on when they become more apparent, but speed up. The speed up function in remastered versions is allowed for grinding and for travelling. You can't use it if you're doing trigger with hot and cold. You can't use it during Festival of the Hunt. If a tower doesn't speed up, why should you? Can't use no encounters, the battle system, the 9999. They will invalidate the run and do not make it work. There are some extra rules for the hot and cold I'll go through when we get to that point, as well as other things. Done that? Let's begin. Nope. So I've done lots of challenge runs before, and I just wanted to make something a bit more challenging for me, and something I could also give to others. I've written an entire document for this, which I'm happy to give other people if they want to have a look at it. It's got all the bosses' health bar. It's got the health stats on it. It's got the steal rates. It's got some tips and understanding what we do. And not. It's pretty much a guide. Now, at the same time, I do understand and I am aware that people who are probably doing that have beaten Final Fantasy quite a lot and know what they're doing. But sometimes you still use this guide if you're new to it. You don't have to play the game like I do and give myself lots of restrictions. But yeah, so this guide gives you all the bosses' levels and their health and what the steal rates are for what items they have. Telling you which ones are rare, semi-rare. And it's just a little extra guidance for those who would like it. So you'll notice I am using a few quality of life mods. So I've got the Miguri mod active, so I have better quality backgrounds. I've got Miguri mod alternate soundtrack playing as well. I've got the original font used for the game. I've got some like improvements on the character. When I go into the menu, you're going to see I'm using portraits, which are anniversary edition ones. So these are the 25th anniversary images, and these are quite low. That's from a voice acting mod I can't get rid of. Memory. I am keeping it on weight because you want to be able to plan ahead. Always classic. I believe. So, it's essentially you want to try and get what you can to support yourself. So obviously, ocean and the skill quite helpful. Gonna rename it. Look at Ironman. What a great name. Right, so this is our first battle. Mainly, it's more of a tutorial. You can't really lose this because what happens is if everyone is defeated, it progresses the game anyway because it is a tutorial. So it's not too bad. We are gonna try and steal what we can, and I get the semi-rare one instantly. Fantastic. I can just start attacking and then. So this is Master Man. He's level 1. Makes a difference. You can't level up here. He has 3 items to steal: potion, a wrist, and the Mage Masher. The Mage Masher is the semi-rare, which is a 6.25% chance of stealing. So the fact that I managed to steal it straight away was absolutely fantastic. So we're going to carry on the fight. You can auto battle if you want to. At this point, it's not too scary. You can speed up if you want to. And when you come to grinding, you will want to, because obviously, if you played Final Fantasy IX before, you know how slow the battle system is. If you haven't played Final Fantasy IX before, the biggest critique is the battle system is quite slow, along with trance. That is the biggest critique of it, really. Other than that, we're just going to speed through this. So we are a theatre troupe who are heading to go to perform a performance for Queen and her daughter whose birthday is showing up. But we're also a thief group who uses the theatre troupe as a guise to get through and steal things. So we're going off to try and kidnap the princess. Right, so now get introduced to our next character. So, we're not going to go around collecting all the items, like there's cards and stuff. We're not too fussed about the cards. I think there's a card here somewhere, if I can find it. Zombie card. Potions, nice to have extra potions. Sometimes speed up is a bit of a nightmare. Yep, go on VV, go around stealing people's savings. Final Fantasy is a bit harsh. You just go into people's houses and you just casually take their stuff from them. No care in the world. I put. Oops, got the potion here. You'll notice there's lots of interesting creatures. We'll go in here quickly. There are some items. Right, there's something around here somewhere. There it is. That's what I wanted. I do want as much skills as I can get because it's gonna get challenging. There's some items here actually. That. Nope. So, collecting these items. This was a bit tricky to get. It was really close to the screens, so you have to be careful. You might force yourself into the other area. We're not doing the jump rope. That's not possible. We're just gonna go find out our ticket is a fake. So we went to go see a performance, but our ticket's a fake. Now we can't go in that way, so we need to figure out another way. Apparently us falling caused him to miss and get angry like Rat Kid wants us, we used to be a slave, so we are now a slave. Simple as that. I'm not talking to him. You talk to him, he can steal your money, you don't talk to him fast enough. There's a tent somewhere around here. Nice. So, I mean, we're not going to do Mognet because it's not really useful for the story, like for our playthrough. So, just speed through all this. Oh, wait, no. You see all the go. We keep the name for VV. Or 6 foot, or 6 foot and 6 inches, according to the official artwork. Wait, hold on. Nope, that's everything. Nope. I love this. Also, Steiner has got some accurate. His eyelashes. We're going to speed through this performance. Can't really do anything here. You can lose here, so please don't. Right, so we are going to do something that I always find a bit third now. Normally, during this sword fight, you want 100 out of 100 nobles impressed and because you get showered with 10, which is fantastic, and you get a moonstone from Queen Bron for doing so, which is a great thing. However, for this challenge, you do not want that. You want the next reward, a silk shirt, because plant brain can just. So we are going to take one mistake, trying to make sure we do not get the moonstone. Now, if you ever played the Ultimate Fantasy, this fight is longer. This sword fight is much longer, and it's insane how much longer it is. A few years ago, I played this on PC without a controller, and I can tell you now, trying to do this with mouse and keyboard, or with a keyboard, is really difficult because your buttons are X, C, V, and B. That should be fine. X, C, and B. What do you mean 100 were impressed? Ow! Gone. I need to test this now. I've never had that before. That's insanity. I've never had that before. Wow, I failed too. How did they get 100 out of 100? That's never happened to me. Queen not impressed. But from what I know, it's based on how many nobles you get to impress. You've impressed, not just Queen Bron. That's never happened before. That's confusing so much. I'm forcing myself to miss 2. 3 apparently. Okay. Oh. Too many now. That's fine. Well. That's really thrown me, that has. Right, so we've snuck in now, we've knocked out the guards and stole their armor. We'll do this now we can, get the mage masher on. Also an item here. Oh, might be okay. I realise this is a princess and she's trying to run away, so we chase after her. Okay. Now, I realise this is a princess and she's trying to run away, so we chase after her. Now, I realise this is a princess and she's trying to run away, so we chase after her. Now, I realise this is a princess and she's trying to run away, so we chase after her. Now, I realise this is a princess and she's trying to run away, so we chase after her. Now, I realise this is a princess and she's trying to run away, so we chase after her. Now, I realise this is a princess and she's trying to run away, so we chase after her. Now, I realise this is a princess and she's trying to run away, so we chase after her. Now, I realise this is a princess and she's trying to run away, so we chase after her. Now, I realise this is a princess and she's trying to run away, so we chase after her. Now, I realise this is a princess and she's trying to run away, so we chase after her. Now, I realise this is a princess and she's trying to run away, so we chase after her. Now, I realise this is a princess and she's trying to run away, so we chase after her. Now, I realise this is a princess and she's trying to run away, so we chase after her. Now, I realise this is a princess and she's trying to run away, so we chase after her. of the moon. And according to the Automania, they are some of the oldest characters in the game. They are like 88. Very sprightly thing. Was that again? Are they? No, what? Really? Right, to talk to these guys. You want to talk to all the Pluto Knights. So you get a nice reward for doing so. And if you talk to them all later, you'll actually get something. What do you mean? Oh. Right. Okay, so I guess it doesn't matter if you fail, if you get 100 out of 100, and then you do another encore. It doesn't matter. Good to know. I've never had that. Okay, that slightly changes up Clan Brain. It does make it slightly scarier. But for now, we'll just go figure it out. Now, right, Dojaban, I need you. Thank you. Look at dime. Aldo down here. Hog in here. We go here. This is last one up here. Right. So you talk to him again, and then he gives you some information about everything. The soldier you spoke to, if you don't know them, it's very interesting because this is really important to know about in Disc 3. Which is very weird. Like, you're not going to remember this from Disc 3. I love this because you can see they start rotating. I love this. Ruby is an interesting character. She's the only person in the game to have a southern accent. Why she has one, who knows? I also thought she had blue hair to begin with. But no, she has silvery grey hair and she's wearing a blue bow. But yeah, she's a strange one. Now she reveals that she is indeed the princess, and then she wants you to kidnap her, which is very baffling. Who wants to be kidnapped? And Stein is on his way to try and find us. And now for Kina, you play 14, the character called Kina. So it depends on how you want to call it. I used to call it Sinner. It's distorted and burnt. Oh man. So it turns out that's Blank who's hiding. I mean, I can tell he's kind of patched up. Alright, we'll use these. So doing this to get the chest to drop. Just speed this a little bit. Just so we can get these items. So we've got a Phoenix down and a Phoenix Pinion up here. You're not using them. Phoenix Pinions are worth a bit of money. They're 1,000 to sell. And we get a next battle here. So we have to fight Steiner. He's level 1. He has 2 steals. I have a hat and a silk shirt. We want the silk shirt. We definitely need it now. That really messed me up, that did. Silver level hat. Doesn't steal anything. So this is an uncommon, which is about 25% chance steal. Think it'd be easy to get? No. Bear in mind, stealing has 2 different mechanics to it, so I might not even be hitting the steal rate to get even the chance to. Oh well, so there we go. The stealing has 2 different mechanics to it. There's the actual attempt to steal, which is based on your spirit and your speed. Oh, sorry. There's a bit worrying. So your spirit and your speed and your level goes against their level and the speed, I think. Something like that. It's very more complicated than I know. And if you succeed, then you go into a steal loot, a loot table. And then it's an RNG number, and whichever one it hits, you're gonna get that one if there's something there. And then there's 4 items they can all have. They go from 100% to 25% to 6.25 to 0.39%. The rare item slot is very painful to try and steal. But it goes, I think it's like a point, I don't even is that in percent. Oh, it's a point. This isn't a fraction. Well, 6.25 is 1 in 16 chance. So that's that done. Go. Go. we'll go through this. As a child, I actually thought she was stabbed. Very naive as a child. Poor Vivi's being chased. So we got a fight with Steiner. Interestingly, because we're on stage, we have special effects again. I know this is a serious fight, you can lose. There is a cheese you can do. Well, because we're doing an Ironman, a bit kind of. Essentially, Garnet, the princess, will never be targeted during this. So if you just kill every character off besides Garnet, it'll just end the fight. You can just skip the entire fight, which is kind of funny. Or you can just beat the crap out of them. I want fire and not get rid of them. Only a flesh. And it's the same thing for the next fight. So the next fight, you have a bomb in the background. You can't do anything about the bomb. It's a scripted fight. Eventually, it'll just get too big and blow up. No, it's on these thinkers. Not sure why there is. There's a bit of audio desync. There comes a cutscene. I'll have to figure that out for another session. I don't know, it's not too bad. It might be one of the mods I've got going. Might be one of the Maguri mods, I'm not too sure. So again, you can do the same thing, keep kill everyone else off, keep Garnet alive, and you just skip the entire fight. Yeah, I'll have to check. It might be one of the mods. One of the mods I've got increases the FPS for the video, the FMVs. Might be that. What's just causing it to desync. I can tell you now, I have done Plant Brain at level 1. Is it fun? Not really. But I wanted to keep everyone at the same level so that there weren't too many discrepancies when you get Garnet. Oh no, Marcus. Yeah. Okay. You'll come back. But yeah, I have done Plan B at level 1. It's not very fun. It's very scary, regardless. The character cap is level 3, so it's a bit nicer than that, and even then it's still scary. At level 3, Vivi can be one-shot by a thunder if he's not wearing a silk shirt. And now I've got one less silk shirt. I'm going to have to give it to Vivi, and Gon has to hopefully survive. I will most likely keep him at level 3. Let's fight now. It won't be too bad. It just means Garnet will be under-leveled in Disc 2 for a bit. If I can get her level up early, it won't be as bad. But the only way to get her level up is to do the auction house. And I think I need the Pearl Rouge to get it. Or the Fairy Earrings. The Pearl Rouge is quite nice. Just speed through this. 8. The Forest Keep. So, to get a bit more into see what's happening, something's showing up. Right. Phoenix down. Right. I will also make it known that I haven't changed my settings in the Memoria files. So I do actually have increased encounter rates. And I think it's necessarily if you are doing Memoria engine rates. Because the remaster really made the encounter rates really. You could go an entire dungeon and not get it. And it's like, that's not. It's great for a level 1 run, don't get me wrong. Doing a level 1 run, fantastic. But other than that, it's scary. Okay. Bit of a shame, but I get a level. I don't want to be level 3 for this anyway, because we are forced into an encounter. We are forced into an encounter after the plan. Bear in mind, I have to then stay at level 3 for the entirety of the Ice Cavern, so I can't fight anything in the Ice Cavern until I've beaten the boss there. Right. We're going to speed through this a bit because there's some forced dialogue. Someone gets trans and he introduces the trans system, which is really poor, sadly. But we're not using the special Memorial version where you can choose to manually use it. Because that kind of breaks the game, makes it too easy, you can just hold it. So, easy win, two free energies will kill it. It will try and heal up against Garnet. If Garnet loses all her health, then game over. 2 free energies will kill it. It already has 513 health. That's fine. Right, it runs away and then it can come back now. And this time, it's got 533 health. We can steal from it now if we want to. And it's time limit because Vivi's going to try and kill it at the same time. So Vivi will start casting fire. We're going to try and steal from it. It's got a broadsword and a leather hat. Both quite important. Don't need to heal just yet. You can survive 2 absorbs. So that's the common. Oh, perfect. I think that's like 400 now. Plus 50. 220 plus 80. I think it's pretty much done now. One more hit will kill it. I did already. There you go. That's that fight done. This is long dialogue. Basically explaining that the plants tend to put seeds in other monsters and to reproduce, and then they grow and kill the animal monster. Right. Make sure you're collecting all the rubber stuff here and the bronze. So I would ideally want to give him the silk shirt as well, but he's not. I need Vivi to keep it. Vivi doesn't level up, which is very, very possible. He needs to have it on. Once we beat the boss fight, though, we can just steal the equipment. Go look for her. Flashbacks with it. Am I healed up? Yep. Just stick him in the back row. Because we're about to fight Baku. So he's level 2, so you can't actually over level past him. I mean, he's technically a boss. You have to fight him using boss encounter. He's level 2. He has 2 items, the high potion and the iron sword, and he can be scary. He can do some decent damage. Perfect. But because I'm in the back row, the damage isn't too bad. And if he falls over, even better. He has 202 health, so 5 of those will kill him. 3. As you fell over, oh, it's fine. I don't even think he can kill me with a crit, so there you go. Oh, yep, that's also a thing. What seems to happen now constantly. For some reason, he doesn't move far enough towards Zidane, so he's constantly looking at blank, and he walks towards blank. And he's meant to punch Zidane in the chest, the gut. But because he's walking towards blank and stops, he's just punching nothing. I don't know why it happens. It happens on this version for some reason. Just pathing issues. So we did that because we planned on leaving the troop to try and rescue the princess. But he refused. He refused to take people out to go rescue her, putting his troop before the princess, even though he'd been contracted to kidnap her. And Zidane has decided not to follow that, and he decided he's going to break the rules to save her. Which means he has to fight Baku because he's betraying the team. Right. I bring Vivi and Stana with us because they're quite powerful. And I talk to Vivi about Druid. sword magic and becomes stupid broken because stupidly sword magic makes him a lot stronger than Vivi. Right. You can wear a silk shirt and a leather wrist for that. Ideally, I'd have. Well, no, I don't. Ideally, I don't. So I have the rubber helm. Now that I got this, I'll keep this now. Ideally, I put this on, but what I'll do is I'll put it on near the end of the fight. So I would like to learn these skills. Right. Ideally, you get a single encounter and they level up. I don't think that's going to happen. Depends if I get a double encounter or not. I think if we get like 2 fangs or 2 goblins or we're going to get enough to get them leveled up. Oh, my gil is low. Okay. Oh boy. Oh, this is. The last time I tried this, I got about 4,000 gil from the. This time anyway. So yeah. That's fine. What do you mean about the encounter rate? I think increased encounter rate, so it's back to what it was in the original game, and even now it's still really hit and miss because the rooms are quite small. As I say, not as I do, right? So this way they come help us basically. This is a nice little spring, so if you take any damage or MP cost, you get it back. We're going to keep going. Force encounter here. Okay, not an encounter, sorry. Yeah, force cutscene you can't skip. Introducing you to the boss you're about to go face. Now, hopefully we don't. Yeah, you got silk. Right. So, the Plant Brain uses Thunder Magic, so you want to be able to resist it. Silk Shirt, Rubber Helm reduces Thunder damage by 50%. We do want Vivi alive for most of this fight. Because we're going to force... Right. Plant Brain. Plant Brain is actually quite a unique fight. The fact that it's level 7, insanely high. It has 916 health. You can't actually kill this fight without blank. Which does about half of its health, blank will force itself into the fight. Or if Ironman Zidane takes a lot of damage. Thankfully, we managed to get really lucky and take first steps. It's got 2 items to steal. Echo Screen and... Echo Screen. Eye Drops and Iron Helm. It doesn't cast Steel on you, so I don't know why that's there. Ooh. Oh, there you go. So he survived that just. So sorry. So I did about... And I must have done almost all his health. So I didn't even do all his health, but I must have done almost 916 damage to it. And it still survived. And then 4th blanking. But he almost died with 1 slap. We're going to keep stealing until we get the Iron Helm, hopefully. That's going to change you. The fact that you took so much damage from that 1 slap. Yeah. And you see why I put the potion on. The silk shirt on him. That silk, if you didn't have that thunder would have killed him outright there. Oh, perfect. We can just kill it now. So now that Blank spawned in, you can actually kill the plant brain. He gets all his health back. He goes back to full health, 916. And now you just got to do enough damage to kill it. I generally just use Steiner because there you go. Oh. Maybe I didn't do it. I don't know what happened. Either way, that was clean. Nothing wrong with that fight. We're going to quickly steal all of his equipment. Thank you. Give it. Oh. And also, take that. Right, he can now wear the silk shirt, which is great. We're not going to do it at the moment. There's no point at the moment. We have to be very careful with silk shirt. There's a reason for this later. Hopefully we don't... Oh, why do we always get 4 here? Why is it always 4? You want like 2 or 3. But not generally what happens is with 4 of them you're guaranteed to get a level. And I don't want to level up basically. I don't use Thunder. You're gonna die anyway. You got very little health. Right. So basically, yeah. Now, I'm talking about how they think the forest is after us. They are being chased. I think the audio will desync again. It seems to be on the FMVs what are much longer than the other ones. You'll notice it. But yeah, the audio is slightly ahead of the FMV now. It will probably be the way around. It's faster. Right. Once we get past this, I'm going to end it there. So I've got time to give a bit of an edit and how what's going on. I'll probably... So that was our first checkpoint. We got a forced rest point. Monster, blah 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 blah. We're not going to pay into this. So, quick tip: if you want to try and get across a place without getting encounters, while the title of the continent is on the screen, you can't get encounters, or even summon the monk to rest up. Right. Oh, no. Nope. Nope. Well, that's got Beatrix, so that's interesting. There we go. I have made different save files on this. Right, so this is my Ironman run. Right. Thank you very much for joining. Next time we are going to travel through the ice caverns and probably make our way to Lindblum. Have a good day.